Hey everyone, Christian here again with another palm review, and this time we are looking at Copernicia hospita, also known as the blue Yarey palm. I believe that's what the common name goes by, but everyone just calls it hospita here in Florida. So anyways, this is a native Cuban palm, and it's pretty highly desirable. It's not very common, and oftentimes when you do find specimens, they may be hybridized with other species. So this is quite an old specimen, having about 6 to 8 feet of clear wood, and it's probably about 35 years old. You can see it wasn't flower. These are the flowers. The fruit hangs way beyond the fronds, so they are interfoliar, and they do have spiny petioles like all Copernicias, but they do have this is probably the most silvery of all Copernicias. It keeps the silvery color throughout its life cycle, where some Copernicias are silver for quite some time and will go green. These will stay about as silver as it gets for Copernicias. There's another species that does it as well, but this is native to many of the areas that many of the other big Copernicias are. I believe it's west central Cuba. I could be wrong exactly where in Cuba it is, but it enjoys that same swampy, hot, wet areas. It likes full sun. It just really enjoys that. It's not a very fast grower. It can tolerate some cold. I do have a friend that has a good size specimen in an area that does regularly get into the 20s, and it seems to handle it just fine. But once you get down to the mid 20s or so, I'd say it's a solid 9B plant. But I wouldn't, at 9A, it's going to start being a little bit on the little sensitive. Seeds of these, the problem with Copernicias is that many seeds are visually the same size and shape. So when looking for proper seed, you really have to depend on your seller to offer you the best seed. And the best seed is going to come from habitat. If you find this seed growing at a botanical garden, it's not going to be it'll very likely be hybridized, and you're going to get a very fast growing hybridized version of this plant, unfortunately. So if you can find habitat collected seed, then definitely go for it. It's a great plant. It's a little bit thinner trunk than the other Copernicias. If you can see here, there's a lot of ferns growing on it because this is a wet area. But it has the trunk's about 8-9 inches in diameter, where the Baleanas and Philens are going to be 24 to 36 inches in diameter or greater. So actually, yeah, even more than that. Say 24 to 48. And but it has the same cultural requirements. It has the same shape. Generally speaking, upright fronds that are palmate fronds that are have no real dip in them, no costa palmate attributes, and they do have that how can I say, a very accentuated split, where you can see where it easily divides into little leaflets instead of the entire frond. So anyway, sorry, I've gotten about 2 hours of sleep this morning, so if I'm not really speaking that fast, or I apologize. So the air conditioning went out. Anyway, so that's pretty much the cultural requirements of hospita, and if you can find some, go ahead and grow it. It's a great plant, and maybe one day someone will knock on your door if you don't want it anymore, and give you a good price for it. So hope you enjoy this video, and have a nice weekend.